Hello and welcome to the Orion's Arm Exploration channel. Today we will be looking at the planet of Whisper. It orbits an orange dwarf star 4,448 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Lupus and was discovered in the year 9101 AT. Whisper is small, only about a third of the mass of Earth. It is a young, Mars-like world with small oceans covering its surface. It has been determined that this planet used to be more like Mars up until 150 million years ago, when an unknown civilization terraformed it. Due to a lack of significant axial tilt and tectonic activity, the climate is uniform and mild throughout the entire planet. However, one of the most striking features about this planet is the life that lives on it. The dominant species is a grass-like species named whisperweed that grows on the planet. This organism takes up 50% of the entire surface in a vast expanse of grassland. The plant has barely changed over the last 150 million years, as the genetic code repeats genes many times, which prevents any major mutations from occurring. Very few predators consume the plant either, as the plant is highly toxic to most life forms. The only other life that can live near the whisperweed is insect-like creatures that pollinate the plant. These creatures survive by feeding off a nectar-like substance produced by the plants, and can survive due to the fact that they are resistant to the poison produced by the whisperweed. The whisperweed itself grows up to 2 meters in height and has an interesting property: when the wind blows over it, it creates a faint hissing noise. The plants rub against each other and together can produce a sound that resembles a crowd of people whispering in a mysterious language. This is where the plants and planet get their name from. The plant can make this sound due to it having many triangular leaves at the end of its long stalk, which rub against each other and create the sound heard. The plant is incredibly resistant. Its roots sink deep into the ground, as much as 3 meters. Its seeds also have very hard shells and can survive if some of the plants catch on fire. For a long time, nobody knew why the planet had this ecosystem with such little diversity or variance, or why the ancient civilizations sculpted it this way. However, soon the answer was revealed. It turned out that the sounds produced by the plants were not random but had patterns to them. There were complex, rapidly changing tones and slow repeating bass tones. Another discovery shed more light on why the creators of this ecosystem created what they did. The sounds of some plants signaled other plants to bend in specific ways and create different sounds. So we have plants that emit complex signals to each other and communicate through sound. But what is the purpose of making plants that can communicate with each other and transmit signals? With these two discoveries, the reason for this ecosystem's existence clicked. It was a giant computer. Let me explain. The computers that you are familiar with use electricity to function and store data using electricity. These signals determine what the computer does. But instead of using electricity, the grassland uses sound. Of course, due to the nature of sound, the grassland computer functions much slower. However, the computer is very resistant to damage or destruction. But what is contained inside the computer? Why would a civilization build a computer this big? What were they storing in it? An analysis discovered that the plants contain the minds of 5 billion intelligent beings stored inside their sound patterns. These inhabitants are presumed to be the original creators of the grassland, contained inside these plants for millions of years. And it has been shown that these plants do not respond to external stimuli, so these inhabitants have been living in a virtual world for millions of years and do not know what is going on outside. These beings have not been contacted yet, so we still have no idea who they are or why they decided to upload themselves into plants and not an electric computer. A few other planets have been found with sentient ecosystems, but this planet is unique and it is certainly a curiosity to behold. We may explore more worlds like this in future videos. If you want to see more Orion's Arm Project videos like these, people subscribe, like, comment, and share it to other people. Please spread the word. The more views I get, the more motivation I have to make more videos. And please, join my Discord server, to make it alive again. That's all and thanks for watching. See you soon.